Joined Paul Brown, Woody Hayes, Jim Tressel, and Urban Meyer as Ohio State coaches to win a national championship. Not only does Coach Day possess that winning percentage record that President Carter mentioned, he's third behind two guys named Newt Rockne and Walter Camp. Not only has Ryan Day, the only coach to lead his team to 4 college football playoff appearances since 2019, including 45 regular season wins since 2019, most of any team in college football. Not only are Ryan Day's teams 70-10 in that run, more than just the stats, Coach Day runs the program the right way. Our academic record, attention to detail, culture, accountability, leadership, we recruit great young men into our program. Better than anyone, Coach Day knows how to lead the Buckeye program. Before I bring Coach Day to the podium, President Carter and I are working with Coach Day to make sure we have long-term stability, and he is the Buckeye coach for years to come. We are proud of his leadership, and we want to keep this momentum going strong. Please welcome your head football coach, Ryan Day. OH! OH! Man, that never sounded any better than today. And no matter where you are over the next year across the globe, when you hear someone say, OH, you say, and you better know that the best damn team in the land resides right here in Columbus, and the national championship trophy is back where it belongs in the great state of Ohio. It took everybody to become national champions. And today we say thank you, and we're going to celebrate together this historic team. I want to thank Mayor Ginter, Governor DeWine for leading our city and state. I want to thank President Carter and Ross Bjork for leading our university and athletic department. In one short year, your leadership, alignment, strength, and loyalty was on full display for everybody to see, so thank you. I would also like to thank Gene and Sheila Smith for everything they did to make this season happen and for everything they did for me and my family over the 6 years here. I'd like to thank former Ohio State coaches Urban Meyer, Jim Tressel, and John Cooper for their counsel and help along the way. It's been an honor to walk in your shoes. Thank you. To the best damn fans in the land, thank you for all your support throughout the season. Whether you were at our home games, traveled on the road during the season, or traveled to Los Angeles, or Dallas, or Atlanta, or maybe you were watching the game at home on TV, or maybe you were together with friends at a restaurant or a bar. We felt and heard your support, loyalty, your passion, and your energy all along the way. And we really felt you students, man. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. We can't forget about the best damn band in the land in the back over there. We appreciate your hard work, your commitment, your excellence, and we felt you when we were on the road. And it was nothing better than hearing a fight song or singing Carmen in the end zone in somebody else's stadium. Thank you. Thank you to the best coaching staff in the entire country. The amount of work that was put in this season was unprecedented. The loyalty, the dedication to the players, and ultimately the performance on the field was incredible. So I'd like to recognize those coaches now. On offense, our offensive coordinator, who will go down in the history of college football as an innovator and lead our offense to over 36 points in the playoffs. My friend and mentor, Chip Kelly. Without question, the man who had a single most influence on building wide receiver U as a player and as a coach, Brian Harline. In 1 year as the running backs coach, he had 2 1,000-yard rushers, running back coach Carlos Lachlan. In one of the best coaching jobs of the season, he reshuffled our offensive line after losing 2 starters and regrouped to rush for over 215 yards in the national championship game, our offensive line coach, Justin Fry. And probably the most unsung hero on our staff, the hardest worker in the building, our tight ends coach, Keenan Bailey. Our defensive coordinator of the best defense in the country that was completely dominant in the playoffs and was ranked #1 in about every statistical category, Jim Knowles. The greatest D-line coach in the history of college football with his 2nd national championship as a Buckeye, Larry Johnson. The best secondary coach in the country. He's the glue, the man who keeps it all together. We call him OG Walt, Tim Walton. Nagurski Award winner, 2-time All-American with his first national championship as a Buckeye, linebacker coach James Laurinaitis. And one of the brightest minds in college football, and I'm telling you, a star in the making, our safeties coach, Matt Guerrieri. Also want to give a shout out to our kicking game quality control, Rob Keys. Our special teams turned it on this year, and he was a big part of what we did. Thanks, Rob. The backbone of our program and his entire strength staff, the man behind the scenes. Nobody has any idea the amount of work, discipline, leadership, passion, and without him, you would not have seen the resilience that our team showed this year. The best strength coach in America, Mick Marotti. Our GM and everybody who works in recruiting, a huge part of putting this roster together, led by Mark Pantoni. Our chief of staff, Quinn Temple, and everybody in operations. George Marmaromic and everybody in the video department. Ethan Miller, creative media. CJ Barnett and everyone in player development. Kevin Reese in EQ. Kayla Olson in nutrition. Sean Barthouse and everybody in sports medicine. Thank you for all that you do. There's a lot of people to thank. It's going to take a couple minutes. I want to thank Maurice Claret for the impact he made on this team. He embodies this team. I also want to thank all the other former players who showed support throughout the season. I want to thank Maddie Post for everything you've done for me, girl. In our faith and our journey, Roy Hall, Jim Smickey, and Tom Rohde had a huge part in bringing the faith together of this team, which made a huge difference in the end. I want to thank Tom Schneider and Doug Cunningham for all their hard work. It took everybody. And the people behind it, Mayor Ginter brought it up, are the families, the ones that are behind the scenes. The ones that live and die for every moment as Buckeyes. It's the families behind these coaches and these staff members and these players. Let's give it up for the families. Love you guys. I also want to thank everyone who supported us this year and currently through NIL efforts. None of this would be possible without you. And thank you so much for adapting to these times. Individual donors, sponsors, collectives, and in particular, LC Events, The Foundation, and 1870, and all the Learfield partners for helping put this team together, adapting with the times, and allowing us to raise this trophy. Thank you. Okay, now, most important, the players. Thank you for the hard work, the sacrifice, the dedication, the loyalty, and most importantly, the memories. You have cemented yourself in Ohio State history, and you have Buckeye Nation talking about your stories from years to come. You left a legacy by completing a mission and making history in the first 12-team playoff format. You've displayed what it takes and what it means to be a Buckeye. Resilience, work ethic, grit, integrity, spirit, toughness, and excellence. And that was led by our seniors, and I'm going to name them real quick. Joey Velasquez, Hadi Jawad, Casey Magyar, Jace Middleton, Austin Snyder, Caden Casto, Jupe Mitchell, Max Lamonaco, Colin Johnson, Chad Ray, Bryce Prater, Jalen Pace, Zach Herbstreet, Toby Wilson, Seth McLaughlin, Will Howard, Court Williams, Pat Gerd, Jordan Hancock, G. Scott, Denzel Burke, Josh Fryer, Ty Hamilton, Lathan Ransom, Donovan Jackson, Tyleek Williams, JT Tuamoloau. Let's give those seniors a round of applause. So we're going to have some fun in a few minutes, but before that, I'm going to bring up our captains. The first one, he played in 54 games, started 29 of them.